Uh,
Guys, I'm here to tell you, if you
what nonsense is that? Ah,
guys,
ah. So yeah, good evening. Let's engage. I will not talk much. I will quickly bring you in, and so that you can make your contributions. I think the number of things that are happening in the country, most of us we know, we are aware of what is happening. So I don't need to really talk much, but I will start with President Hakainde Hichilema, because he was in Luansha today, and this is what he said. This is what he said, because it is important that we discuss things in context. We discuss things in context. This is what, I don't know if you followed what President Hakainde Hichilema said whilst in Luansha, and I'm glad that somebody drew my attention to it. I didn't know, but somebody just a few minutes before I started this program drew my attention to it, and I listened to it quickly. I find what he said quite interesting, so let's listen to it a bit, and then the hypocrisy of Hakainde Hichilema.
Simple. They were destroyed. We are here to build, to fix.
Listen to this man. You know, somebody. First of all, somebody here on the program yesterday said that. So you see, he's going to the Copper Belt. You hear, he will just be talking about PF, and true to the words of the caller yesterday, he was there and he was busy, talking about PF. But let's listen to what he said exactly.
The message is simple. They were destroying. We are here to build, to fix.
They were destroying. We are here to fix.
That's a difference. There's no other issue here. let us unite. Let us not divide this country. Let us not talk tribe. Kuno kopa belti mitundi yonse ko emo yiri. Kuno mkopa belti. Tell Noma matampo kusta divide abantu. Mwana sunga sana abantu. Kabe nganda imo. Mwaume muwe. Mwana gashi mutonga. Bala ikala sana nomba munga. Mwaume ngaonde. Mwana gashi baka jaini. Baka shibanganda. Balamba. Abana nomba mwe lati niba nani abana nomba. Mwana wa Chibemba, mwana wa Chitonga ni nani nomba. Jalunda mudi nani. Mwakola wasagiri kumani. Zambi wetu wa mwela kuwashimani. The father is Chewa. The mother is Namanga. So what is that child? Huh? Watate wake ni Wachewa. Mamayo. Nomba mrefu abana batambu okuwa abana bali babiri panganda umbe umwana tine ni Mchewa ine ni Munamanga. Same mother, same father. Buwelewelo. Tendo. Nomba kutu wasunga sana abantu. Gaule kanya abantu letaka patula. Kutu wasunga sana abantu. That's my message here. Development we're driving. Drought, we are working on it. And we need units to work on the drought. To feed our people. Food relief is going out. I know it's not enough. We will continue sending more so that our people can have food. Tell you. Number 1 million. Sure, you MPs. You are a member of parliament representing 20 million Zambians. You start separating Zambians. Are you a leader? Who are the widow? Mr. Minister of the province, let me send a message. Anyone, 2 years, 8 months, I have been very patient.
Listen to that.
Anyone who divides Zambians, anyone who wants to bring Ururi, anyone who wants to destroy the country, I will be tougher. The law will visit them.
You see? I will be tougher. The law will visit you.
Simple. Coming 2 years, 8 months, I will say, let me see how these people behave. They don't stop behaving badly. From today. You start fighting Zambians, you divide Zambians, you want the country to be destroyed. If you are a true leader, you want this airport to be on fire. So how are you going to, what will you do to the workers here? They will lose jobs. From today, Minister, anyone who transgress the law, the police will visit them. Simple. Let's focus on we and townships. Let's focus on education for these young people. Let's focus on feeding people who are hungry because of the drought. Me, I'm just a child of God. I don't control the rain. When the rain is not here, we all suffer.
Drought is the excuse now.
So, Minister, that will fire and all the provinces of Zambia. Let's unite our people. Let's not scatter our people.
I will go back a bit. I want you to hear again somewhere.
20 million Zambians. You start separating Zambians.
You see? Here, for example.
Drought, we are working on it. And we need units to work on the drought. To feed our people. Food relief is going out. I know it's not enough. We will continue sending more so that our people can have food. Thank you. Thank you. Number 1 million. Sure, you MPs. You MPs.
Sure, you MP. And we can guess who he's talking about. We can guess who he's talking about. We have 2 MPs that are inside. We have Munia Zulu is inside. We have Mavonga. She has also been arrested. Now, here is where I start. You know, President Hakainde Hichilema speaks very good things. He really, when he stands up to speak, you know, those who don't know him, especially the international community, I want to really caution the international community. The international community, you know, they are seemingly looking at Hakainde Hichilema as a good leader. We don't have a good leader in Hakainde Hichilema. Hakainde Hichilema is a dictator. Hakainde Hichilema is a ruthless leader. Is a Gestapo kind of leader. Hakainde Hichilema is not a good leader. He speaks good when he stands up. These things that he's talking about, frankly speaking, if he could adhere to this, to what he says, it would be very good. What he's talking about here, I mean, definitely these are things that you are supposed to be clapping for. But for how long will Hakainde Hichilema cheat us? For how long? For how long will Hakainde Hichilema cheat us? Because this is how he talks, even when he was in opposition. This is the language that Hakainde Hichilema was, you know, was bringing out on economic issues. This is how he was talking. This is how he was talking. He is very convincing. I'm telling you, Aish, this man, he's got a gift to lie. But of course, this is how crooks are. Crooks are like this. When they speak very convincingly. And this man has been very convincing from the time that he was in opposition. So many things that he said. And out of all those things that he spoke about, he has done literally nothing. He has done nothing. He used to speak like this. These people, hey, a bag of midi meal is expensive. When we come ourselves, we have solutions. We are going to bring down the bag of midi meal. It will be 50 kwacha because whatever. Very convincing. We are going to reduce the cost of doing business. We are going to reduce the cost of farming inputs because he was giving solutions. We are going to bring the bag of midi meal to 50 kwacha. And how are we going to do that? We are going to reduce, you know, the cost of the input, the farmer inputs. We are going to reduce fertilizer. It is going to be 250 kwacha. We are going to give farmers not 6 bags. We are going to give them 8 bags. We are going to find the market. We are going to take your cotton to China. We are going to sell your maize, whatever. Very convincing. Very convincing. And we were all convinced. He knows what he's talking about. But when he came into power, what happened? Where is a bag of fertilizer? Because you're talking about reducing the cost of doing business. A bag of fertilizer today is more than 250 kwacha. More than 1,250 kwacha. More than 1,250 kwacha. A bag of fertilizer. No, we are going to reduce electricity because farmers need electricity. Today, electricity tariffs have been increased. Connection fees have been increased exponentially. No, when I come, I'm going to reduce the fuel prices. I'm going to reduce the fuel prices. Fuel prices will be, at most will be 12 kwacha, but I'll be selling it at 10 kwacha. At most, it will be 12 kwacha. And you would go to the board and calculate for you, show you how he's going to reduce it. What has happened today? A fertilizer today, what is this? Fuel today is at 35 kwacha. Is at 35 kwacha. No, when I come, I'm going to create jobs. If you see me, if you see Bali, if you just shout Bali, chijob muliwe. When I come, what is this? At weekends will be lit because people will have money. Today we don't have, young people don't have jobs. Hakainde Hichilema has not created any job. He hasn't. He hasn't. Only fools can talk about, jobs that he created, that the people that he employed, that he employed in as civil servants, as nurses and teachers. And he employed those because Edgar Lungu built the schools, Edgar Lungu built the hospitals. That's why he employed those people. And they are employed today, a number of them, half of them are not getting paid. Half of them are not getting paid. Hakainde Hichilema, pay these people. Don't just be blabbering, ukula wata wata, because that is your language. You are the one that is saying, ukula wata. You are the one who le wata. So Hakainde Hichilema, chefyen ko wata. Chefyen ko wata. Work on the issues that you promised. Work on those young people that you boast about. I employed them, but you're not paying them. Pay them. Give them the right wages. Give them what belongs to them. Because that is the little that you have done as a result of what somebody else did. What? Then, the people who have money. I mean, businesses are closing. Businesses are closing. A number of Zambia's businesses have closed down because you don't want to work with Zambians. You don't want to work with Zambians. And you are very selective. This very tribalism you are talking about, you have applied tribalism in businesses. In businesses. One businessman was telling me, I was talking to him, I called him, and he greeted me in Tonga. And he told me, in Zambia, for you to survive as a businessman, you need to speak Tonga. If you don't speak Tonga, tapari chowe mwana. So me, I'm learning Tonga. And even this businessman, I mean, is one of those guys that I knew that was doing very well. But today, I mean, the guy is struggling. He's really struggling. He's in transport. He had a number of trucks. He had a factory, which was manufacturing something. This whatever. But today, all these things are closed down. All these things are closed down. And he has got cases being targeted, cases which are nothing. So a number of Zambians, a number of business community are not working. Because Hakainde Hichilema has targeted them. Especially those who are not Tonga, he has targeted them. Hakainde Hichilema himself is number one. He's the number one tribalist. So before Hakainde Hichilema start talking about tribalism, he should check himself. I'm highly indignified. I'm highly indignified by Hakainde Hichilema's statement. Because this man is the worst tribalist in our country. He's the worst tribalist. We don't have any politician who is as tribal as Hakainde Hichilema. We don't have. Hakainde Hichilema is number one. And Wakaunda saw him. Wakaunda said it, that this man will divide the country. Today we are talking about tribalism in a manner that we have never spoken about. Never. The only time that I've heard tribalism being so prominent, it was in 1973. Though I was not born, but I have read my history to understand that tribalism was very high at that point, which made Kaunda to declare a one-party state. But look at Kaunda, the way he did it. Kaunda was reacting to tribalism that came because of ANC and the UNIP, And you know, for goodness sake, I don't know. Because that was during the time of Nkumbula. When Nkumbula was, Harry Nkumbula was leading ANC. And there was a feud between you know, the UNIP and ANC, basically on tribal lines, which ended up, which made Kaunda to declare a one-party state. But if you look at Kaunda, contrary to Hakainde Hichilema, Kaunda was fighting tribalism, and Kaunda united Zambia. This is undisputed fact. I don't think there is anyone who can dispute this. Kaunda united Zambia. Kaunda fought tribalism. He united Zambia. But this one is instead in the opposite direction. Him is dividing. Hakainde Hichilema, you are dividing the country. You are the number one tribalist. If there is anyone to be arrested on tribal lines, it's you, Hakainde Hichilema. You are a number one tribalist, Hakainde Hichilema. You are the number one tribalist. So don't put it now, don't turn around, don't speak so cleverly, don't hoodwink Zambians that it is this opposition. The opposition are reacting to the tribalism that has been unleashed, that is being perpetrated by the ruling party. They are reacting to that. They are reacting to the tribalism that is being, you know, unleashed, that is being practiced by the ruling party. That's what they are reacting to. And they are not reacting to say, we want it. No, they are reacting to say, if you continue like this, then what choice do you give us? They want it. They want you to stop. And they are telling you, if you don't stop it, you give us no choice but to also conduct ourselves in a tribal manner. So stop nonsense. Stop this nonsense of saying, ubuwele bulikuli imwe Hakainde Hichilema. Ubuwele ngapali chiwele wele ni mwe Hakainde Hichilema. Ngapali ichiwele wele. Panti mwe batu buwele wele. Ngapali ubuwele wele ni mwe Hakainde Hichilema mule chito buwele wele. Ni mwe mule chito buwele wele. Not the opposition. Not the opposition. You want to use this narrative. You want to use this narrative to arrest as many opposition as possible. You have failed on the economic front, and now you are using this excuse. You are talking about drought. Hakainde Hichilema. What has the increase of fuel got to do with the drought which just happened this year? Now Hakainde Hichilema want to use a drought. Hey, drought. Drought. No. Okomwaleshti shamatava. Te drought ya mitumine iyo. Te drought ya lengere. It is your bad policies that made you, open the borders and made our country vulnerable. Where now everything was going, and the people who were actually exporting the maize are your ministers, are your senior government officials. They are the ones who are doing it. And certainly, you can't open the country, to sell all the staple food. We can't manage. You need to plan for that. So you are the one that, when you started that, you messed it up. And then secondly, the other thing that messed you up, because when I make this statement, I back them up. The other thing is this so-called debt restructuring. This so-called debt restructuring, a lot of people don't understand. You think you like to talk about we have sorted out debt restructuring. There is nothing that you have sorted out on debt restructuring. All you have done with debt restructuring is cause problems for Zambians. How have you done that? Because your debt restructuring came with the conditions of removing subsidies. Including on farmer inputs. So you have cut support on farmer inputs, and this is what has caused problems. And your debt restructuring, because you haven't paid, you have just postponed. That date has to be paid. You have just postponed it. You have taken it away from your responsibility, from your headaches. But it has brought headaches to Zambians because you have removed subsidies. on fuel, you have removed subsidies on electricity, you have removed subsidies on farming inputs. And this is what is causing problems to Zambians. This is what is causing problems to Zambians. And on top of that, you are not dealing with Zambians. So there is no money that is going into the Zambian economy. Money is going out. Money is going out. You are taking money out of the country. This is what has brought problems in our country. So it is not drought. It is not drought. And as if that is not enough, you are bringing in now this tribalism. You are bringing this tribalism. You are bringing tribalism. The people that you are employing, the people that you are appointing, majority are coming from your side. Majority are coming from your side. And this is why people are reacting. This is why people are reacting. The key government ministries are held by the people, by the Zambezi region. Go into the parastatals, the directors. Almost 90% of the directors in our parastatals, they are coming from the Zambezi region. Go into the civil service, the people that are being promoted, they are coming from the Zambezi region. So it's you who is practicing this tribalism. And people are basically reacting to this tribalism. So you can't come up to say 2 months, 2 years, 8 months, now I'm going to get tough. No. What you're supposed to be doing is not to come out, I'm going to get tough. Is to plead with Zambians. I am sorry if you feel that, I've been tribal. I want to change. I want to unite the country. Can we see how we can work together? And Hakainde Hichilema, ukuteke chalo, you need wisdom. You need wisdom. Even when people are wrong, you have to see how you can work out the situation to resolve it. Believe you me, by the fact that you are president, it doesn't mean that you can just, twist everyone. You can't. You can't. Don't think that you can just go out there and start throwing punches and you think you are going to survive. You can't survive. You will not survive that presidency. That presidency for Hakainde Hichilema, for you to succeed, you need these others. You need all of us. You need all of us. You will not succeed. Hakainde Hichilema, you will not succeed if you think you are going to rule Zambia with an iron fist. You will not succeed. Even if people are wrong, politically, especially when you're talking on political lines, you need to be very careful. When you start talking about criminality, when you start leashing out charges on people, leashing out charges on people, charges on Nawakwi, seditious practice. What has Nawakwi done? Seditious practice. Nawakwi is a politician. She's being a politician. And a good leader will understand what is politics and what is a crime. You need to differentiate. You need to differentiate what is politics and what is a crime. This requires wisdom. If you don't have wisdom and you want to, everything, whatever people say that hurts you, you want to interpret it in the line of criminality, you will not rule. You will not rule. Hakainde Hichilema, you will not rule. In Bemba Turanda, tukuteke mbwa mano. Ukuteke mbwa mano. Ukuteke mbwa mano. You need to be wise. These people that you think you can silence, you cannot silence. Imwa Hakainde Hichilema, elo mwaisa pa political stage. Elo mwaisa. Nawakwi mwamusangama politics. You think you can shut down Nawakwi? You think you can shut down Nawakwi? Imwa Hakainde Hichilema, you think you can shut down Nawakwi? Nawakwi, this has been a stubborn girl from the time of Kaunda. Some of us remember Nawakwi from the time of Kaunda. She's a very stubborn woman, that one. You can't shut Nawakwi. You are going to keep her muscles for how long? I'm sorry I have to say these things the best way that I can express myself. You have locked up Nawakwi. For how long do you think you are going to keep Nawakwi inside? For how long? For how long do you think you're going to keep Nawakwi? Hakainde Hichilema. The almighty Hakainde Hichilema. Powerful man. Yes. Who is controlling the police? Yeah? He's the investigator. He's the police. He's whatever. He's everything. He's a judge. How long are you going to keep Nawakwi? A woman, for that matter. A veteran politician. A woman. Hey. Some of these things, you don't even have advisors. You don't even have advisors who can advise you. Because you go and touch Nawakwi. Nawakwi is a veteran politician. Nawakwi is a woman. I'm telling you, women draw sympathy. Women draw sympathy. That woman you have touched, how long are you going to keep that woman inside? How long? Because even by NGOCC, who seems to be, aligned to you, because a number of these NGO people also, they are always crawling, in the corridors of power, hoping that they can be recognized, hoping that they can be given jobs. So they tend to be compromised. Civil activist. Civil activist, ukuba compromise the government, you become useless. You become useless. You become thoughtless. You become tasteless. You are only effective as a civil activist if you are talking for the people. That is what will keep you. Trust me, that is what will keep you. Not crawling, thinking that I'm Mr. Sponsor. By NGOCC, Nawakwi is one of the few politicians, a woman, a president of a political party. She's inside. What are you going to say tomorrow? What are you going to say tomorrow? Namairo mkala powder fe. Nawakwi is inside and you'll be quiet. Are you going to be quiet? Nawakwi is inside. And she has done nothing. All she has done is politics. Because we need to differentiate, really. We need to differentiate. Politicians are politicians. Our job is to talk. Even to sensationalize things, it's part of politics. Even to be inflammatory, it's part of politics. How many times did you accuse the government to say, the government wants to kill me? Hey, government has sold the Zafiko. Hey, government has sold the Inden, and so on and so forth. You said so many things. Why were you not arrested based on those statements that you were making? Because those who were there were tolerant. Hakainde Hichilema, you were tolerated by Edgar Lungu. Edgar Lungu tolerated you. How many times were you arrested for what you said? How many times were you arrested for what you said? How many times? You were in opposition for 17 years. You were only arrested 14 times according to you, which I don't remember. I don't remember you being arrested 14 times. But nonetheless, you were in government for 17, you were in opposition for 17 years and you were arrested 14 times. Since you came into power, you are talking about 2 years, 8 months. Since you came into power, you have arrested me 12 times. 12 times in the short time that you have been in power. 2 years, 8 months, you have arrested me 12 times. 12 times you have arrested me. So talk about dictatorship. Talk about dictatorship. And you have the audacity to blame, to say, you want Edgar Lungu to come back. You want him to come and kill us. You want him to come and do whatever. Who is ruthless between Edgar Lungu and yourself? Today we are talking, we have Munia Zulu is inside. He was there, he was arrested yesterday, and he's inside today. We have Brebna Changala is inside. We have Stella Mabonga, she's inside. We have Vanawakwi inside. Just between yesterday and today. And I don't know who is going to be next tomorrow. JJ Banda. Because we are not going to be distracted also on the issue of JJ Banda. We shouldn't be distracted on the issue of JJ Banda. And thank God, I mean, for me, I follow things. So I'm not going to be distracted. I'm not going to stray. No, I'm not. I'm still on the issue of JJ Banda. So you want to divert their attention. You want to divert their attention to start discussing this issue of tribal. There is a big issue of JJ Banda, and we're not going to drop it. We are not going to drop it. That is a very serious case. We want to know who was behind. But Jack Mwimbu promised us that they will get the perpetrators. We want to hear. We want to get those perpetrators. We want to get those perpetrators. And I'll come back to the issue of JJ Banda. But I want to finish first of all on this issue of tribalism. So we have so many people. People are being arrested. You have no shame as a leader of Hakainde Hichilema. You really have no shame. You have no shame. You were celebrating that, we should remove defamation of the president. No, the president should not be defamed and whatever. And the international community were clapping for you. Yeah, this is a good leader. He has removed the defamation of the president. You were applauded on the international scene. You were applauded, but some of us, we didn't applaud. We spoke. We knew that whilst you're saying, we remove this law, there is a more dangerous law that you are applying, that you are using. Hate speech. You are using this so-called hate speech. That's what you are using. But if you look at this hate speech, it is hate speech as long as you are not, as long as it is hate speech, if you only talk about Tongas, if you only talk about the Zambezi region, particularly Tongas, Tonga as a tribe and people has become a sacred, endangered species. Tongas are endangered species. And excuse me, my brothers and sisters, Tongas, excuse me, I'm not talking about everyone. I'm talking about Hakainde Hichilema, in Hakainde Hichilema's way of doing things. It is not about all Tongas. But according to the way Hakainde Hichilema is leading Zambia, Tonga has become an endangered species, an endangered tribe. You talk about Tonga, you are gone. You are gone. And we have evidence of that. We have this young man, Chama, who is serving a 12-month sentence for really speaking out to say, Hakainde Hichilema, amibifisheshina mwewa Tonga. That's basically what he said. That is the gist of that, what that guy said. Hakainde Hichilema, amibifisheshina liya Tonga. Because in future, if a Tonga wants to stand, people will be saying, no, we don't want a Tonga because of Hakainde Hichilema. And there is no hate speech. There is no hate speech. He is basically expressing to say, because of this guy, because of the bad governance of this guy, the young people who are coming, the young Tongas who are coming, who aspire to be leaders, will be perceived in the spectrum of Hakainde Hichilema's leadership. That's basically what he was saying. That's basically what he was saying. And for that, this guy is serving 12 months. It is not about, and I want you to be very clear, it is not really so much about Tongas. It is about Hakainde Hichilema. It is because that young man said, Hakainde Hichilema has given us bad leadership, has given a bad example of a Tonga leader. That is what hurt him. That guy did not insult Tongas. That guy criticized the leadership of Hakainde Hichilema and he said he has set a bad example. That's basically what that guy said. That's what basically that guy said. So he did not insult Tongas. Instead, he criticized the leadership of Hakainde Hichilema. He is a bad leader. And because of him, being so bad, the young people that will come will be perceived to say, they might perform like Hakainde Hichilema. And that's why that guy is inside. So systematically, if you like, if before you could have said, no, he defamed the president. So systematically, he has been charged with hate speech and he's serving a 12-month sentence. We also have a number of people that have spoken against, the people from the northern and eastern part. We have that young girl That young girl, I think I want to play that. Eh? You see my password? Could you phone? Where is that? I want to play this young girl.
Mwanya. Kusegati bamatonga tatujijigwa te. Iya tatujijigwa kamuka otinga kuchoma munda tra. Jigwa ka mwanya. Kusegati bamatonga tatujijigwa te. Iya tatujijigwa kamuka otinga kuchoma munda tra kuira munda. Tujibire buri ono mwanya. Te ihango ti agasiga. Aya agasiga songeso ngaburi yabuso. To bamatonga sontu nguburiya. Kamukero bamabemba onyinani.
Anyway, I'm sure most of you heard this young lady. Listen to what this young lady is saying. And imagine if what she said, if this person said, mwanya mwewatonga. Imagine, mwanya mwewatonga. Mulechi mwana uno mwaka. Imagine if somebody said that. Imagine if somebody said that, mwanya mwewatonga mulechi mwana uno mwaka. Mulefu akunsala. Imagine if that was said. Imagine if that was said by somebody from the east, from this side. Even if it was said by somebody from Chipata. Imagine if this was said. But this young lady has not been touched. No, it's okay. And frankly speaking, from my point of view, I'm not saying she should be arrested, because neither should those other people from the other side, should they be arrested. For me, I wouldn't campaign for this young lady to be arrested, because it is about freedom of expression. It is about freedom of expression. And really, there is nothing much there. Just as there is nothing in what Stella Mavunga said. There is nothing. There is nothing in what Munia Zulu is saying. There is nothing. I mean, these people are just brabbling. They are just reacting to what is happening. They're just reacting to what is happening. But anyway, I'm talking about selective justice. For her, it is okay. For her, it is okay. We have also that other male nurse who said, I can't treat people who speak, who can speak Tonga. I can't treat people who can speak Tonga. We have other incidences where people from this side have spoken something against the people from the other region, and nothing is happening. It is the same thing when you talk about, because a lot of people are being arrested from this side. Look, we are talking about this issue of JJ Banda, where even Vanawaki has been arrested. But Vanawaki was responding to what was already happening. JJ Banda was kidnapped, and she was reacting to that. She was reacting to to what Hakainde Hichilema himself said, to what his cadres said. Those cadres on camera, we have that Bruce Nunn. Bruce Mwinde, kachingani Bruce Mwinde. We have that Bruce Mwinde. He has been saying all sorts of things. Tribal violence. He has really been coming out so bad. He's there. These are the people that should be in this instance of JJ Banda. That Bruce, he should have been arrested. These are the people that should have been arrested. That Bruce should even be arrested on the issue of Congo. That Bruce, Bruce should be arrested for the death of Congo. That Bruce should be inside for the death of Congo. Because he was one of the leaders that were in Western Province. Those are the people that did a lot of bad things during the time of elections. It is just that, we have this selective justice. But some of these guys are actually criminals. They are actually criminals who are supposed to be inside. But these are people now that the police are entertaining. And they are arresting people because Bruce is reporting a case. Bruce has audacity to go and report a case. Bruce Mwinde, I think I'm very correct. That Bruce Mwinde, at the Kachingan district chairman or provincial chairman, that Bruce, those are criminals that are not even supposed to come out in public to say anything. They are criminals by what they have said, what they have done. They're supposed to be inside. But these are the people that are reporting the people in opposition. Then we have that other guy, who clearly was saying, we are going to sort out all those around Edgar Lungu. We are going to circumcise Edgar Lungu. And it is said, it is on camera, it is everywhere. The evidence is so clear, it's so available, it's so apparent. And yet the police are not touching those. The police are not touching those. Instead, we are being followed. We are being followed. The people in opposition. And Hakainde Hichilema is talking about unity. He's talking about unity. Even Hakainde Hichilema is a bloody suspect, man. Hakainde Hichilema is a bloody suspect. He's a suspect, Hakainde Hichilema himself. What did he mean when he says that Peter Kumbuya takugwira pamkosi? If Edgar Lungu said that, imagine if Edgar Lungu said that. If imuambo kuchitanomba, twalambo kumimona, twalambo kupita kunu makumienu, no kumikata pamikoshi. We will be going for your throat if Edgar Lungu said that. Edgar Lungu, he said that, I think it is possible for us to have an early election. He said that. It is possible. Just like it is possible for a woman who is supposed to bear a child in 9 months can bear a child in 7 months. It's possible. That's what he said. And everyone was, was going all over, including the Inspector General of Police. Edgar Lungu has committed a crime. Edgar Lungu should be arrested. But what about this guy who is saying, Zapita Kumbuyo, no kugwira pamkosi? And later on, we see people disappearing. We see people being killed. We see people being killed. This JJ Banda today would have been no more had we not spoken. Had Nawaki not spoken. Had Munia Zulu not spoken. Had Mabonga not spoken. Had Mundubira not spoken. Had some of the Chief Mumbi not spoken. Had some of you here not spoken, Munia Zulu, this JJ Banda would have been dead. Would have been dead. It is these very people, it is Hakainde Hichilema who should know about this. He's the one who started it. We are going to Kugwira Pamkosi. These are the people that we should be looking at. They may not be arrested today, but you Zambians, you should count their sins. We should count their sins. We should count their transgressions, because these are transgressions. You can't take it that the president speaks like that and the people start disappearing and you take it's a coincidence. No, it can never be a coincidence. It can never be a coincidence. So these people that are being arrested today, Brebna Changala, he was reacting about JJ Banda. If Brebna Changala kept quiet, JJ Banda would have been dead. They had a clear plan to kill JJ Banda. That's why they had a note. They had a note to pretend that, to make it look like he took his own life. They had a very clear plan on JJ Banda. But because people spoke, that's why JJ Banda today is alive. And now you are arresting them. Instead of arresting Bruce, instead of arresting that other fool who was talking about stressing, instead of arresting those people who were very clearly talking violence against JJ Banda in Southern Province. KJJ Banda, those people are still there. Why are you not arresting those people? Why are you not arresting those people? So you cannot talk about justice. You cannot talk about unity when there is selective justice. And I'm actually very disappointed with you, Lungisan. I'm actually very disappointed with you, Lungisani, Elazi president. I'm very disappointed. And this is a problem with you. So let me speak, as a traditional cousin. This is a problem with you, Easterners. If you don't understand Easterners, mwalite mwabu muzungani kondi. Iwa Lungisani, we fought to return you there. This government didn't want you, and they don't want you. We fought. I am one of those people. I wouldn't have put that advert on my page. I wouldn't. If I didn't agree with you, I wouldn't have put it. And whatever little efforts we did, we contributed for you to be re-elected. Now you are being re-elected and you want to show legitimacy. Forget it. You cannot show legitimacy to this government. That statement is it has exposed you. You want to align yourself to this government. Lungisan, last president, Lungisan, Katushingani Lungisan, Piringani Nankane. That's nonsense, Lungisan. And don't go in that trajectory. Don't. You want to get acceptance from this government. You will never get it. You will never get it. I mean, look at you. I mean, let's reason. You are a lawyer. You are very educated. You are more educated than me. Eh? I'm supposed to be learning from you. So at least, but we can reason. Iwalungisani, how can you be talking about the opposition talking about a tribalism? Iwalungisani, you haven't heard what these people have been saying about the people on the other side? Lungisani, haven't you heard? Eh? Haven't you heard? You have only heard the opposition talking against this. Haven't you contextualized in which context are these opposition talking? Because, I mean, as educated as you are, you should be able to put things into context. Haven't you contextualized that these people are reacting from a bad government? They are reacting from a discriminatory government. From a dictatorship government, that's where they're reacting from. From a violent government, that's what. Why have you been quiet? You Lungisani, you are Lungisani. Haven't you heard, didn't you hear those people feigning violence, speaking violence against Edgar Lungu, speaking violence against your brother, JJ Banda? Didn't you hear them? Why did you just sit quiet? Why didn't you react? Why didn't you react to that? This is nonsense. You are in that position and now you want to fall. You want acceptance. Ni side chick. You want to behave like a side chick to get acceptance from the relatives of this one, These women, these side chicks, they are always fond of to saying, hey, the wife is not loved by the family. The family like me. They like me. Hey, the family. Anyway, hey, side chick, just do your job. Keep us busy. Don't start bringing in this. This is what you are trying to do, Zungisa. You are behaving like a side chick who wants to get acceptance, from the relatives of of this man. Hoping that they can marry you. They will never marry you. They are already married. This man is already married. He will not marry you. They will not take you, Balungisan. Don't start infuriating us too early. Don't start infuriating us too early. These people you want to side with, they were against you. They were fighting you. They were fighting you. Naimova PF, let me warn you, PF, stop playing around with Chirwa. That Joseph Chirwa, I mean, you can say whatever it is, he may have his own weaknesses, but that guy is a very good guy. That guy is a very good guy. I want to say this. But PF, we are together. But I know that PF, you are the one that are fanning these funny stories that are coming on social media. Why do you want to destroy Joseph Chiro? Why do you want to destroy Joseph Chiro? Don't destroy people like him. Joseph Chiro has done so much for you at PF. Joseph Chiro has done so much, and you know it. Joseph Chiro was traversing the country, going to represent you Muma by elections, going to represent you when some of people were being arrested, including this guy that is still in jail. Uyunan Kane Patel. He quickly went there to help you out. Now, just because he's representing Mao Sampa and you want to verify him, you want to destroy him. No, don't destroy Joseph Chiro. Don't destroy Joseph Chiro. And you should understand, sometimes there can be some differences, but you should maintain the friendship. So, the little differences that are there between, the PF, and I'm talking about the PF, between the PF and Joseph Chiro should not make the PF, to put all the action on Joseph Chiro. I'm reading so many stories on Joseph Chiro. But these stories, Yalef Makulim over PF, and I know some of you are writing those stories. So, let me take this opportunity to tell you to say, please, leave that man. Don't destroy him. We need him. We need him. Those are guys, I mean, at one point, I was stranded. I didn't have a lawyer. And I went to that guy and he just came and defended me. He just came and defended me. I never gave him anything. Joseph Chiro. So I know, yes, I mean, he's a young man, he's excited, he enjoys life, He enjoys life, he enjoys women just like I do enjoy women. Women are very nice. But come on, let us not destroy us. Don't destroy us. Don't destroy Joseph Chiro, please, PF. Let go of that man. Some people, you need to keep them. Yes, he's representing Mao Sampa, but that's a job. That is his job. If Mao Sampa goes to him to say, help me, represent me, and he's paying, I mean, why not? Why not? Let the guy make the money. You also have lawyers. All you have to do is to beat this guy weekly. Beat him. Not to destroy him on social media. Na papa ta mulekeni Joseph Chirwa. Mulekeni Joseph Chirwa. Leave that man. He's in the council, let him work. Now, if you are going to start, Uyuna Mumona Lungisan already, your Lungisan is trying to go the other direction. No matter Joseph Chirwa or whatever, if you have the council that you verify that you are in bad boots, then where do we belong? Where do we remain? So we are lucky we have people like Joseph Chirwa. Now in Lungisan, you are still our man. Yes, Lungisan, you are still our man. Stop being a Muzungani Konde to Hakainde Hichilema. You can't talk about, the opposition, whatever. No. Fiakanika. Pronounce yourself on these other issues. Then we will respect you. You can't come out. People are reacting. People are crying over somebody who almost died. And you want to fuel our fury. Because you are basically fury. I mean, statement to that statement is useless. You would have brought out that statement when we were crying for Joseph Banda, not Joseph JJ Banda, not now. I don't have to make a statement. And I'm not saying this that I am talking violence. No. If we touch the violence, if we under fear, because that is our right. That is our right. So we will talk. We will never insult you. We will not say we will beat you. No, we will never do that. But we will call you out. That's what we do. And that is democracy. Democracy, you call out people. That is what I do. That is my job. I call out people. Like the way I call out a very educated man. But I don't know what is happening with him. He's neglecting to do a job, to pay the people, Abakumeridian. Pay those people. We call out your name so that you can perform. That's what we do. So Lungisan, I'm calling out your name. I'm not saying we are going to circumcise you. Because that is something else. That is something else. And if somebody reacts to that, certainly it makes sense. So you should react on that one. Because it is an assault on our democracy. So you are supposed to, LAS as an organization, it is supposed to promote democracy. And you should have come out to say, these statements are not right. Even this president today, that statement which Hakainde Hichilema has made, it is not in good light. It is not in good light because Hakainde Hichilema is not the law. Hakainde Hichilema is not the law. Hakainde Hichilema is not the law. Hakainde Hichilema is not the police. Hakainde Hichilema is not the judge. So where does he get the right to speak to say, now I'm going to be tough? You're going to be tough as who? As who now? You have become the law. You have become the law. Now I'm going to be tough. 2 years, 8 months, takuli number, minister, whatever, whatever. What are you talking about? Who are you? Who are you, Hakainde Hichilema, with your ministers? Who are you? It is the law that must apply. It is the law. It is the law that must apply. And the law is enforced by the police. If indeed they are professionals, they are supposed to read the penal code. And they are supposed to see what has Tayali said. Is it in line with the law? It is the police. And they are the ones to say, Tayali, what he has said here is he has contravened a penal code. Chakuti, 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 chakuti. It is the police, not you, Hakainde Hichilema. And this is the dictatorship that we are talking about. Because the police are not being allowed to operate professionally. The police are being directed by Hakainde Hichilema. If you're talking about evidence of Hakainde Hichilema directing the police, you have it today. You have it. Those of you who have been saying, is it Hakainde Hichilema? Hakainde Hichilema is not the president, is not the police. Uyo Hakainde Hichilema is coming out. And he's talking about MPs. And we have 2 MPs inside. Inside already. Brebna Changala is inside. Because Hakainde Hichilema is controlling the police. And when we say no, when Nakachinda says Hakainde Hichilema gives directives to judges, of course. Because when Hakainde Hichilema arrests you, he wants to make sure that you are convicted. A number of people are going to be convicted. A number of people are going to be convicted before the 2026 general elections. Not because they have committed a crime, but because Hakainde Hichilema wants them inside. These judges, Abama judges, Abama cadres, these cadre judges, what do you think? Do you think they can go against Hakainde Hichilema? Do you think they can go against Hakainde Hichilema? You tell me. Hakainde Hichilema is already convicting some of these people. He's already convicting Munia Zulu. He's already convicting Mabonga. He's already convicting Nawaku. He's already convicting Brebna Changala. If these people appear before these cadres, and some of these scared, because some of them, they are not cadres, but they are scared. They are scared. They are cowards. They have security of tenure, but no, they are scared. And anyway, they are intimidated also. So when you talk about Nakachinda being in prison, it is nothing but punishing somebody that Hakainde Hichilema said it. Hakainde Hichilema said it. I'll sort out that guy. He said it clearly, Nakachinda. He said it. And what has happened to Nakachinda? And he's still languishing. He has appealed for bail, whatever, but he's still languishing inside. My brothers and sisters, even if you don't want to see these bad things, for me, all these things that I'm talking about, I'm not manufacturing them. They're not coming from my head. They are there in the public domain for you to see. They are there in the public domain for you to see. And if you don't agree with me, call me now. Call me now and give me your side. I've presented my side. You can call me. You know the numbers. You can start calling now. I'll take your phone calls. I'll take your phone calls. These things I've said, they are there in the public domain. They are there. It is not that I'm fabricating it. I'm not fabricating anything. Where I've lied, you tell me that here you have you are lying. You tell me. I'm giving you the platform. You are free to call. I don't select who is calling. I just pick phone calls like that. The moment I see a phone call, I just speak. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yeah. There's a big picture. There's a big picture, President Tayali, that you don't see all these days about President HH. President wa HH wezeri kuzonda basata babemba. Babafiti wa Edgar Chagwalungu wakuchipata futi. So abo yapanga manje bomu no wanda babemba na waku Northern Province wa President wanga wakonja wabantu. Iyi picture de simu maiona leo nsauti muiona. Komo kwa mbili.
It's common. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Tayali.
Yes.
Mabomba sana.
Wuna from kwa.
Okay, wakaramba. Naomba letu mina kunoku. Letu ni Mzambia kai. So natapo kwe kushako fe bali tese mwaranda. Hichilema na wati bonsa abantu umuntu
speak through the mic. Speak through the mic. Quite phone yenu. I don't know. I'm not getting you very clearly. I want to hear what you are trying to say. You are trying to ask something. So please speak through the mic so that we can hear you very well. Please.
Okay, so apa nomba mungu?
I think mulipa loud. Fumia nipa loud.
Okay, apa mulengu fo?
Turemi mfo apo. But mufumia pa loud. Muleza anda fe normally.
Okay, I only fumia pa loud. Era ndana bakateka bachiralando kwe bati. You will not see any Zambian dividing this country in his watch. And it's going to be tough on anyone who does that. So, imo waranda upewati, Hichilema waranda is going to be tougher as who and who is he. So, it's on the four we push out upewati because Hichilema nga ba JJ Bandaru barubire aba bonse ba opposition barerana abengire barerana ati Hichilema ewa bashira abdat nomba ba Hichilema bafumine kunganda kumwabo kwa mukita abdat uja JJ Banda nangu abantu barerana fe because of not liking him. So therefore we push
mwai pushaini and therefore mwikale pa phone. Therefore mwikale pa phone so that to launch nyebwino win. And I will tell you that pali pepsho mwai pusha. There are basically 3 points that I would make. Number one, you have said Hakainde Hichilema has said is going to be tough. And me, I'm saying as who? Okay? Now, if tufile tuwa sambirisha nyapo hapo, tufile tuwa ishwa kwevati, kateka tenchito yakwe ukuikata abantu. Because ngabalando kwevati, I'm going to be tough. Ni nshbalelando, chimono kwati balelanda, eba kaya mkuikata abantu. Mwamona? Nomba, ifo wa politician, ifo wakapokola a. Tenchito Yesu. So the only thing that Hakainde Hichilema vengalanda ngabalefo kulanda palifyo kwa wakapokola kati wakapokola twafueni ni mwamu chitafu enforce ama laws mumeki nyeshuo kwa watu mwakonke funde pakawati twaikatana balaba lefo kututa divide mufire mu alolekesha mwakonke funde no kumaking sure kwati mwachita act according to the law. When he's coming out the way he's coming out, it is putting pressure on Wakapokola because Alelanda, it's him now. It's him. Now when he talks like that, ni shavika pressure pali Wakapokola. Now once somebody over let's start criticize, once somebody Alelanda parikateka, Wakapokola kuvekata. Not necessarily that they have broken the law. So that's why I'm saying as who, because he's not a police officer. He's the president, he's the commander-in-chief, but he's not the police officer. Okay? That is number one. Number two, you have spoken about to say divide into one kane bushe Hakainde Hichilema ewa ile mkumusenda bushe bali mumona, because in other words you would say bushe bali mumona. Apo, the only simplistic way of looking at things. The only simplistic way of looking at things. I don't know how I can put it in Muchwemba, avoiding kuchamanika kwati ndesalula. But kutontonkanya kwa chimperesha, ukutontonkanya fyo. Kutontonkanya kwa chimperesha. Ukwebati yo ushamwalimu mona. Uko kutontonkanya kwa chimperesha. Ulia muntu nikateka. Ulia ka muntu tafuilo kumoneka no tetamoneke no kumoneka. Ulia muntu kupera fama instructions ifintu vyachitika. So nga mwambo kola tupusha tubushe mwalimu mona. Awe nishimule tontonkanya muchimperesha, simplistic, very basic. Very basic. You can't ask us that. At least for me, at my level, I know that a president can do a lot of things without, maybe even without talking, but so really. And when those people are saying that, why are they saying that? They are saying that because of the statements that were by President Valandine. So they were coming out reacting from the statements. Even me, I said it. I accused Hakainde Hichilema, and I'm still accusing him. Why? I'm accusing him because he's the one that started. Na Edgar Lungu. Ababalela ndachalebwela pwalebwela po. Twakula pita kunu matawikata pa mkoshi. Imila ndile ya msango ulia. Ilete vifia chitike pali jeje. Esha tuleba tuleba tsira blame Hakainde Hichilema. Then the third issue. Ababe ngile wonsava. You have to know that my politicians. I'm a politician, and you don't have to go for them. And if you are going for them in this manner, wakula monika fatini we dictator, elo kabiri, at the end of the day, icharota wachikwanishe. Because awabantu nabengira lero nabengira. Badi mukati. Busheba na waku mukabasunge nshi kushinga mukati. Bakafuma. Elo ngabafuma. Busheba na wake bakaleka okulanda. Bakulalanda. So tamulia mano ukikata babantu because of what they are saying, because really it's their right. That is my reaction. What do you have to say about that?
Okay, no, so batali pali abama bengi yabo. Ganimwe omwali ba president kwati ba HH. Wewe nipo, how can you react to that?
Very good. Mwaipisha wino sana. Moneni, Hichilefwa ika panomba. Apa muchalo muli tension. Ifidela ndikwa ku ruling party, ifidela ndikwa ku opposition, na ifideta tension muchalo. So Hakainde Hichilema imila ndile ya bonomba apa. Taifilo kubemila ndile ya ukangalume. The speech and the disposition of the president should not be that of a ruthless, brutal dictator. No, it will not help. What he's supposed to do now is to speak a language that will soften the hearts of the people, that will soften the hearts of even the opposition, where he starts inviting them, he starts accommodating them. Mwebantu, if you don't have okay, if you should iseni kanshituikale tulanshanye. Imagine if vana wako filafine balandira ndi whatever. Elo baisai wokwati nkashiyandi ninjishuwa mutima wali kalipa. I know you were concerned about JJ Banda. I know bebati ulila atabamucheba kukanwa. So therefore twise tulande. If you wishiwe pona ngushani therefore twise tulanshanye bonse. Teine yo, teine ulia muntu na ine ni musakamana. Ni musakamana ngefyo musakameni. So tutampo kusontane minwe. Nga pali fidi mpofo tungalanshanya isentwise tulande. Na abantu kuti bamutasha. That is the kind of language that Hakainde Hichilema needs. At the moment, Hakainde Hichilema wielding, the fist of power, it will not help. What he needs now, it's wisdom and not those utterances. That is how I would react myself if I were president. I wouldn't be going to say, Muikaten, 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 Muikaten. It is not uniting the country, it is dividing the country even more.
So in your saying, Murerando Kwati, imwe, takuru kuvekata, imwe kuve taku state house sorati mwarashanya, Gamarashanya, Valanda Tawe, Twachiralanda Vecha, so Mavareka. Because the law is not for HH, the law is for the
now Munina. Iyolo wambo listen Munina. Iyolo wambo kulanda po. Let's leave that to the police. Let's leave that to the police. Ninda ndakale ukweba tikateka is not the police. The law is supposed to be enforced by Bakapokola. If I'm a politician, ngato wambo kuingiramo. We are interfering with the law. We are making justice biased. So if we're to hikatako kudigo, I'm quiet. I think I've made my point. Hello? 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 Please move away from the other phone. Hello? Hello?
Tayali.
Hello.
Batali. Bambi fi kopo bambi. Mkuala kofera bambi fi kopo. Kwa tevale yasu kanankani pintuta weshili. Ba polisi nangwalankani ba banankani hapo. Bakikata abantu banga. Bakikata abantu. Every time. Tuwa mwakia wa polisi kwati ba polisi I'm a politician, number to check for police. Of course, independently.
Yes.
Now, Governor Jillian, Takuli, the Pelifa Valley, Swakam have been volunteers for Katabia one. But that's your police every time. Police and Kalimba in the OT of Yako.
Come back with Bakapokola.
Bakapokola. Musa konkamu mwenye politician, baiba ni nkoma politician. Our politician kwa konkerera mama police every time is actually the government manjimanje kati the government you be in problems again. So choka nchitu bazamu chani manchitu sasa chiki niko shwara tuantu chiko manchitu. Aba kwa HH basidi then badingana wa politician manzao. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a very good point. Very straightforward. Let the politicians deal with politicians, not bringing in the police. Hello?
Daddy, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you for the opportunity. I've been trying to coil the diesel in the thread.
I'm glad you have gone through.
Mr. Tayali, as you are speaking now on your platform, I was just on the president's page. Is addressing, I don't know if it's mostly the people in the corporate. One thing that I've noticed is our president is still in 2019 or 2020.
Sorry?
He's not with us in 2025.
Sorry?
I'm saying our president is still in 2020, 2019, 2021. That's all it is.
Okay. In opposition.
And he's not with us in 2024. What I'm expecting to see now, at this point in time, is how he will solve the problems that we are facing as Gambians today. How he's planning to unite us as a country. And we're not talking about how he was arrested, how many people were killed during his time. Yes, we have this history. Where we're coming from during the time that he was in opposition. But I feel for now, it's time to look at where we are now and prepare for the future. We can't afford to be living in the past as a country. Because man, really contaminated sound, you better you say your time. Tukupanga kutuka ndo kutizi wa UPNB. Okay? Istenze kuenda freely. Lazima tukamexamine. We need to move away. Is now the president for God's sake. Moshewazi lokutinga president wakapeleka sibanzinga. Let's going to be reminding that he's our president this time. And this conversation that is giving us, it takes something that we want to be as Gambians at this particular time.
Yeah. No, with your contribution, I'm sure he's listening. He needs to be a president. He shouldn't live in the past. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Dad.
Hello.
Good evening, Mr. Dad.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. Ahora ndefu kwenda kwa pale topic ile mrera ndapo. Kandi ndegungu atafukoresheje kuri abare brema ama MPs abarandira ara mashuri gatwachipushe ujabara ama MP after abaranda nishi bereka bari pini tabaye kachire kwa aya makadda zabambire kulanda
abadambire
this thing yozinga mwachimuroreshi abantu bashirira mbira okulanda president wa. Because these guys have a weapon, tribalism. If you don't know what Tayali, if we in a bomba, you know in your heart, if we end up, if we are the members, for a rich state, and when it comes to Utanzi, how much to have, before I read a poke touch. Bari batambi chiamji oyu leta nabari baraleta oyu bari batambi na shire shara neka batari oni example nempera na shire shara neka imagine kushara weke necha ichanya fuidisho kwa bati wanyigishere musungu kwa ishumi no akapani so nango bapango mwana wachi wantanze aleta ngaberenga aloresha kwa no this is not the case when batambi shako So the issue is and if our current divided more than the way it is now. Because it's more divided now. Number 3 are really ways. Thank you, madam.
Hello?
President Tayali Mohammed. Awe somwalanda tonse nafunkwika nane chakupapanga nchukusangulo kwe bati kateka lepingula namaeza kwa mboka kabantu chilevangu wapa utatutu kwe bati nanguba ikata abantu bakala bafyengerekesha fenangu tefyo achitire badama judges bakala mono kwe bati apanga to abarekera kateka since alilanda tatulekenga match to bara tutansha so chikala chitika bakala chitikisha pya abantu ero into balera ndia tribalism bene ewa kwatecho chimusango efo ndemo andi balefa abachinchinchire nomba abantu so that belalanda ero na makonkanyepo yaine system ya tribalism bakonkanye na tribalism filafine so that abantu babashinja akanwa belalanda ero chitwalire muonera mu cabinet yakwenga mwalolesha yabafye one side mamona eba fulamu abengi bakulya kwine tatwakulumbule n'abakulishi babene wamona so chichimusango echinde munata chiwemena ngupano ero namunamo timwawama sana wa president kuva wa president wachalo cha Zambia vantu efe mwalanda upewe kuti ngachali ninevo vali abantu vali vana wakwi vachangala vamnyazulu chali kalipa pakumuno kuva tumunavo tirefe achitikire ulio munavo vakete jeje banda vamwene kwati nivo ngachali nipalivena so fyonse pira valilanda mukali lero kateka aikata vali abantu teti chironda chilekalipa futi ulundepo futi kucheka pona naye pachironda so vyonse vintu vale chitefi vena vale mona kwati vale trita vali abantu kanshi vale yonawila kozi kwe vantu tulemona vyonse chilekalipa alingira beta bali abantu nangula alanda fe tekesha press brief nyalanda mwe bantu ifyo nse bintu mune nchita accuse ni nchona chimikali pangemo mwachirangira filafini mwamona chitaka mfoti abantu noti ambu kutikisha kuti balabe nabantu ewo chakalipe ambu kubeka tafuti
kwati kuibangirisha
kuivangirisha nomba efilipo apo nombero valefo kwati filafine mwachilanda tuchite focus ukulalolesha pali ava vantu vekete isha kwa jeje banda fiwe kwati vachilinganya mwamona echilipo apo so vatali tulefo make sure mwe vakala tupela up to date kuli jeje banda mukatweve paweru kwevatifi achitike nifine fitukomfwe apa pali ino ishitecha kwa jeje banda tatulavireko iyo tatuwaposa amano sana kuli ababeketi twalaposa kuli ababeketi amano futi na kuli jeje banda tulefu afisokolo ketikeshilo nifinshi fyalenge ero nifya tribalism twaishiwo kwebati vatushinka pakanwale ero 2026 ero tukesa abalango kwebati fyonse vintu valechita valekeni vakonkanye ngamwalolesha musivo service abafulile motilemona fyonse lero valefu avatushinki akanwa tuilalanda vati valava kumia ukunchende kulanga valanda tapalefu vale vachitanangu chivu mama valama kaddas fintu valandire fyonse vila palepo vachitanangu fimu but abantu ebo chale kalipe emitimo kulilira omunaavu tubatu munaavu afu ebo bayikata mukati babalongana mukati uteko bwa musango shano lero baleyo nawirako batayali imitima shire kalipatitu atemwa na elections aisafe lero lineri 2026 aleyo muntu natote
okay hello
Hello, good morning.
Yes, indeed, it's good morning for me. It's 5:31 for me.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Tayali, I just have a few observations that I need to bring out on your program today. I go back to my question that I always ask. Who advises the president on a number of issues? That's question number one. Because as a president, you should be knowing what to say in times of crisis. You know, this issue of JJ is not something which is very simple as people have taken it. No. Be it was JJ himself who abducted himself, or it was another person who abducted himself, or another person. It is a sensitive issue.
Yes.
The families who don't know much about the issue, they are going through a traumatization process. And then for the president to go and start talking the way he was talking, for me, I find it very, very unfortunate. Because as a president, you need to be diplomatic in the way you are dealing with issues. These people that have been arrested, number one, Miss Edith Nawakwe, I always tell people, Miss Edith Nawakwe is a very intelligent woman.
Very! You're right, go ahead.
Very intelligent woman. If you follow Miss Nawakwe very well with her political career, go back to the Bill of Rights, Bill 10. The way she looked at issues in Bill 10, she was not saying this and this. She was very on point with the way she was analyzing issues. I listened to her video when she was talking about this JJ. For me, it goes back to say, what really made her get arrested? Those are the issues those are the questions that I'm asking. And as a president, to come out to say, no, MPs should not say this, MPs should not say this, I'm going to be tough and whatever, that was wrong. Because him as a president, he should say, colleagues, we've been faced with the issues of tribalism in this country, which have we witnessed. And going forward, I would love that the law agencies, the police, the whatever who arrest people, should make sure that they pay attention to these issues. Not to start saying, I'm going to be tough. No, you are not the law.
At 8 months, 2 years, 8 months have been soft. Now I'm going to be tough.
No, we are not going. And by the way, did you see what Chilufya wrote on his, I think on his page, concerning tribalism? If you have not seen it, he has posted on his whatever profile to say, I wish the presidency dealt with this issue of tribalism when I reported to him.
You see?
That is something that we should not take for granted.
He worked with him.
It's a big issue.
Yes.
He worked with him.
He was very close. So he knows what he's talking about.
Exactly. So we need to pay attention to such kind of issues. The issue of JJ Banda, please don't leave it out. We'll follow it up. Whosoever was involved, regardless of the situation, we want to know the truth. We will not be swayed by these arrests. And let them, like you did on JJ Banda, let's go with the request to have Nawakwi, Munia, Changala, and all these people released. I think that's how we are going to be going, because we don't have anyone to speak for these people.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, my sister. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Good evening.
Tayali mwabombeni.
Mkwa mwabombeni.
Mkwa. Echo ndefo afe okulanda pove ni mupepisi. Abatonga fe bonse fe bafuire baita ba president ukwe, but how long are you going to be a president of Zambia? Because if you are the same thing will happen to the Tongas if he doesn't know. How long is he going to protect the Tongas? Abaleta tribalism ikuru ni ba president. Abatonga te ba baby abakwati bambukula balandira pakikonesha bu president no. Inchito yabo kusunga omutende wa Zambia bonse abantu notukwe bati ekyo omuntu alanda pamutonganisha mu Arufyani. Mukabachingirira abatonga emikuyinga because ekyo ekifuna ekyo limpokwe ba mipere tebatonga beka. Abatonga bakakwata problem abe nabantu omulepera ma position bakakwata problem nga mwafomapo. The other thing is what people are saying is true. Imokuba abatonga na murufyanya ku economy, no one will trust the Tongas, even these younger ones that are coming. Kuti twaisho kuba trust. But the way you are doing, mwala ona ulo mutundu wenu. Omere ni pari economy Mozambique tairibu ino. Forget about this politics. Mwadi karaka ni pari mu president. Nishi mwala mwokupote la manu kufindi. You've got a very huge task to control the economy of Zambia. As a president, forget about fighting these young ones. Umuntu onzo ufwayo kuba president, afira rona president. That's what you should know. You fought with Edgar Lungu, you became a president. Exactly.
Thank you, Mr. Tayali. Thank you. I like that point. I mean, he fought, Hakainde Hichilema fought these other presidents. He doesn't want us to fight him. And even his cadres, no, but you're always talking about the president. Hello, I want to become a president as well. That's why. Please, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead. Hello? Hello?
Good evening, Tayali.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. I want to talk about our friends who are talking about our president HH and our president ECL. You know, it is really painful to see that there are people who are still arguing about the danger that JJ Banda went through. It's because they do not understand really the pain that the man has gone through. these things we cannot debate about it. A spade we should learn to call a spade to be a spade. What our friend is going through is painful. It's very painful. We need to understand, as a Zambian, we need to know that what he's going through is not being Zambian. Like today, the debate with this friend of ours who were arguing about our current president, HH, and the former president. No. Our former president was heartless compared to our current president. I asked him a very simple question. What wrong did he do to you? They could not answer. So you find that these guys, they may argue on things that they do not understand. They would argue just basics that because they want to argue. They've got no basics. Why they should bring up an argument. What wrong did he do to you? He said, no, I cannot give you what he did to me. I cannot explain what he did to me, but I just know that he is a bad guy. Okay, he's a bad guy. Ask me about HH, what he's doing in this nation. I'll explain. I gave him 10 reasons of which they failed to counter my argument. So would you tell that the people who are supporting HH, they are headless. They do not know what they are supporting for. Our friend, our brother, what he has gone through is something that we cannot explain it. It is not Zambian. This man should go. 2026 is just too far. Is too far. It go like yesterday.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
And we really appreciate your program, because if it hasn't been for your program, I can assure you this JJ Banda would have not seen him. So they've had the pressure because you've been talking about it, and they've seen that so many people are talking about it. So if we kill this guy, it will bring civil war in the nation. So let's not kill him by ourselves. Let him go and die by pushing off from the vehicle so that he die by himself. But God had to play a major role to send his angel to hanker him.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
I
don't know how you are speaking. There's an echo. If you can speak normally, like you are just making a phone call, you might be more audible. Hello?
Is that Tayali?
Hello? Yes, please. Remove on the loudspeaker. Just speak normally. We will hear you better.
Are you able to hear me now?
No, there is a bad echo there. I don't know what's going on there. There's a bad echo. Hello?
Okay, just a second. Just a second. Are you able to hear me?
No. Hello?
Okay.
No. Please try again later. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes, Mr. Tayali, just to contribute on what you have said.
MK. Please go ahead.
I think on the issue of JJ Banda, we don't have much to talk about that, because we know it's coming from the I can say the Most High.
Yes.
I don't want to mention the name, because tomorrow I might be in the field.
Yes.
We don't trust the government of now the government of Hakainde Hichilema.
Yeah.
Yes. So the only thing I can talk about Mr. Hichilema, he used to say the same thing when he was in the opposition, but now it seems like he has lost the direction. I don't know if the powers influenced him or something. I don't know what is happening to him. But the only thing that I can tell him, Ndabade ngufako 2026 kuya bebere.
Indeed. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Hello? 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 Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. Hello?
Good evening, boss.
Hello?
Good evening.
Good evening. Try to speak normally. Try to speak normally. Remove on loud and just speak normally, or don't speak through the mic, the whatever headsets or whatever. Just speak normally. Hello? 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 Hello?
Yes, Mr. Muriche Mushe.
Bueno, Bwanje.
Mr. Tayali.
The line is
breaking.
breaking.
Yeah, Mr. Tayali, what you're saying is true. This series of wars my politician. Issue amena bakumanga mapolitician bakukamba is look at the UPND. UPND, they used to say a lot of things. Look at Gonalias Mwekwa, used to talk a lot of things. Kulibe pamena mnao nakuwa wanaba kumanga wene Gonalias Mwekwa and these other people. So this thing, what they are doing is very, very bad. And if you look at it, how many Tongas arrested over hate speech? There is a few people that they are only tenors and members. There are a lot of things, this thing that has happened. And you did prepare to leave. I'm telling you, I don't know where your life will be.
Yes, it's true.
Because these people are,
It's true.
I'm telling you, these people, they just need to come on. You see, they just need to economy, not to fight with people. Politicians, they are politicians, they need to speak.
Yeah.
And they need to listen when the people they are speaking.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Hello? 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 Emkwa, issue related.
Hello, Batali.
Emkwa, hello.
Okay, muremva?
Emkwa.
Muremva po? Okay, Batali, mwabombeni.
Emkwa.
Mwabombeni.
Emkwa.
Batali, ushatala monopo ine president. Uya mkuchita.
Yaba, yaptuka. Hello?
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 Good evening, Mr. Tayali.
Good evening.
A quick one. I just want to comment on the current happening in our country. So today, I cannot damn give spent the whole day going from one office to one office where he was being told he should go to this office. He wanted to go report the UPND guys for speech. He went to Johnson police. He was told they couldn't accommodate him because they were busy, and told him to go after that.
So let me hear this. I just hold on a bit. Let me just hear this clearly. So Chanoda Ngwira was moving from one police to the other, trying to report those guys who are threatening violence. Is that what you are telling us?
Yes, against those UPNG sites.
Okay. And what did the police say?
Yes, amongst the people he wanted to report was the minister. So now, so he started from Charleston because the Charleston, that's where I cannot take. So he started from Charleston. Charleston was told, no, they're busy to go to Kawata. So he drove from Charleston Charleston all the way to Kawata. And then at Kawata, he was also told, no, he would go to Central Police. But last week, the cadres were allowed to report the former president in numbers at Kawata station.
Yeah, this is the selective. This is the selective justice indeed. You see, the UPND cadres, they went to Kawata, they reported the former president, but another guy tried to go and report, and they refused. So even you, Lungisani, last president, when you are talking about some of these things, I mean, this is what you should be talking about. Why is this selective justice? Why this selective justice? And I think it is more important. These issues are more important because they bring about these other sentiments that are coming from other people. You cannot be treating the symptoms. You leave the main problems. That's what you are, Lungisan, you are trying to do. Hello, yes, I know you are there. Please go ahead.
Yes, good evening, Tayali.
Good evening. Please go ahead.
I will never feel to become some points there, no. And I want to be fair both sides. But I will be honest with you. No one will save Zambia. Let's be real and let's be patriotic to our country. No one is producing evidence.
What evidence do you want? What evidence do you want? Tell me. I might give you that evidence. Give me. What evidence do you want?
Evidence is for Monawati. You heard what Madam Nawaki Waland.
Balandira Chan.
So, yeah, they're just naming. But we are
what did they say? What did he say, Kaidi? We are talking about evidence. Speak evidence.
I think the videos are circulating on media.
Boss na imwe. Don't fall into the same trap that you are accusing others. You are accusing others of failing to give evidence. So even you, when you speak, show us by speaking evidence. Speak evidence. What did Banawaki say? Hello? The line is the line is very bad. Can you speak normally and don't shake too much because the internet ngamle shaking so that tumfa wino. Hello? So go ahead.
So, but that's not the point. Let me just make my last point. Those statements were very sensitive. As a patriotic Zambian, let's not support such statements. Because the chalonga cha imobu biyama. Because kwa labatonga, both sides are Tonga, both sides are Bemba. Mwala chitasha.
Listen.
Sure. Everyone is not sure at all.
Listen, Batata, listen. Listen, Batata. Listen, Batata. Don't give us some basic lectures. Don't give us some basic lectures like Hakainde Hichilema. Inenda for yokumfu efe amano not if you have lokulondolo ke femulanda fikweta amano tata. I mean, nafi kwa tamano for Turelanda. I won't come back. You know, we want to engage and we want to reason. Me, I'm very reasonable. Make your points. Let the points be heard. Sorry, I know there is a caller, but I've just picked you so that you know your phone doesn't cut. I'll come back to you. But the point I'm trying to, me, I'm very reasonable. Come with points. Give me reason. When you say people are talking, they are not giving evidence. You give evidence yourself. You can't accuse Vanawaki Vadelanda, but they pay evidence. What did Vanawaki say? He doesn't even know what Vanawaki said. Eh? No, we have got children and whatever. We all know that. We all know that. So don't blackmail us in saying, yo, we have got whatever. Stop the tribalism. You are the ones who are fanning tribalism. Anyway, there is a caller on the line. Hello? Hello? Hello?
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, thank you, sir.
You know, I have got one problem. What I've got is that, you know, in Zambia, we're about 20 million.
Yes.
Out of 20 million, we've got about, let's talk about 10 or 8 million people are eligible to vote. But when it comes to talking, we have only got about 5 or 6 people talking, or 2, 3 people talking. The rest wants us to come up and say, hello, yes, no, Mr. Tayali, what you're doing is good. But they are cowards. We are just all cowards. What's happening in this country, I'm telling you, in other countries, things could have been different today. But we are so coward. When they talk about just to say, I'll come and arrest you, I'll put you in, everybody just goes down like you know, this is not the way we are going to fight this country. These guys, we have to begin things now. Talking about 2026 is not too far. It's actually far. These guys are doing everything they can do to come and win the elections. All we have to do is talk about things like we should not even allow that EZ to actually conduct the elections. We should have different people to do that. People should come up. People should go out. People should not fear guns. We must not fear guns. Those people that are holding the guns, the police, they've also got relatives. What's happening? They won't shoot us. Now we are so scared. We can't talk. We can't do anything.
Yeah.
Just a smoke gun, we all run Mumbai and no. Let's behave like our friends do in other countries. They stay there and say, kill us. You arrest us. Where are you going to put us? Yeah. Please, let's put everything together. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello? Hello?
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm in Hakainde, so network is quite bad.
Please go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay, yeah, so we are in this mess because of the Easterners. Somehow. Because of their act of Hakainde. They voted in large numbers. The Shindas, the Katetes, the Chipatas, the Lundazis, the Chadizas. Okay? But look at our friends, the way they vote. So let's vote in 2026, we combine forces and vote as well. Yeah. So I blame these Easterners. These chaps, I don't know. They are a problem everywhere, even at work, everywhere. the problem.
Munayo mfamo kuchipata. Munayo mfamo kuchipata. Mfamo ku Eastern Province. Anyway, and basically, like this statement, there is one would say, no, it's tribalism. No. Look at this. This is the fact. How come in Southern Province, like I keep repeating this, in 3 provinces, Hakainde Hichilema got over 1 million. 1 million which you claim to say Hakainde Hichilema won landslide by 1 million. But that 1 million came from 3 provinces. Only 3 provinces. And look at the way they were voting, the way the votes were coming out. You know, there is no opposition in Southern Province. There is no opposition. There is no PF in Southern Province. There is no PF in Western Province. It's not there. But you saw what they were doing in Chipata the other time when Hakainde Hichilema was there. They even started beating people in Chipata. They were beating people. Bakusanga na uforecha green. Bakuma. Can that happen in Southern Province? Nangutapaso swa. Even if you don't want us to talk about this, but these are realities. These are realities. Why is it that in Southern Province, Hakainde Hichilema gets 100%? Because it's as good as 100%. When you talk about 98%, it's as good as 100%. Why? But if it goes this other side, it's something else. And you don't want us to talk about that. No. So this last caller is very right. It's high time we change the way we vote. Because you find even, look at the way they did Kunankaneku Western Province. The Litunga. Look at the way they snapped Hakainde Hichilema. But a few days later, it goes to our chiefs, and they were busy there entertaining him. Hello? Yes, please.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Tayali.
Good morning indeed.
Yes, I just want to comment on the issue of JJ Banda. To be honest, I'm very disappointed with a lot of people, and I've come to realize how dull people are. Because they think, one, when you talk of injuries, for them, they have to see that the wavimba, yes. Forgetting that we see footballers being respected off the pitch at all is injured. But we don't say anything.
And some of them, they even stop playing.
The other thing that the other thing that I'm very disappointed in our Mayiwato, Vamutari na Rumangu.
Yeah.
Being the pastor's wife, honestly, can she sit and just continue just enjoying, looking at the sufferings of the people? If she has the conscience, why can't she just resign?
Honestly.
But the fact that
Naenda. Hello? Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Is that Mr. Tayali?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Naende fokulanda kopano.
Emkwa.
Chende fokulanda kochakwe wati. First of all, the president is very too emotional.
Serenko kuliko kaeko kalefu makachinga kalefu makuli TV then musere koso so that tumumfwe win. Hello? Kuliko akachongo akachira mfika. Anyway, London number file mfika.
Emkwai. Inefunde fokulanda kochakwe wati president wesu wali watu emotional. One, what we expected kuli president wesu after by some power wali nokuita former president wa ICL nokubateka punch nokuweba okutira mune whatever happened in the past shari pita iseni ture bombera nomba pamo tutwale uyo antanshi wachali kuntanshi. Now from a president, he never did that, and he want to do that. Every time Gasango public is to condemn the friend. ECLO did this. Yeah. ECLO did that. Now, Gamuchi Loleshi. Amakatas. This is the problem which is happening today in Zambia. Look at the cadres, the European cadres. Nilelo na wakwata magaya kutuka wa former president. They can insult anybody.
Yes.
But sisi wambiro kuchitefa makatas, not even a single word from the UPND officials condemning the act. Not even a single word from the government itself. And not even the president condemning what is happening. And the one thing, my advice to the UPND, they don't learn what happened in the past. Because if you feel to Toref Mona PF when they were in power, and it cost them coming out of power, Mulandoma Kadas. Ilelo Munia Zulu Naba Mwikata. Edith Nawakwi Naba Mwikata. But where those problems came from, it's from the UPND Kadas. Munia Zulu just reacted from what the UPND cadres was threatening.
Yes.
But up to date, the party nangu wawa UPND watalala ndapoko wati wane ifimule stefitefyo. The former president, he is a former president not only for PF, not only for UPND, but is a former president for Zambia. But what is happening with this government, it's totally opposite. He took time to speak about Ifintu Fresh Tika. Awe, tribalism, uwalalanda kufikikata. Now, what will happen to the police? Because the police now won't take an alandapo. Are you sure? Are you telling me that Uri won't say Ukalanda Muleka? That's Mamuleke. But this fight, we wanted to see it that it's genuine. Ngatomona UPND cadres whatever to kabantu na bena baleve kata. Then you say the president is genuine about what he's talking about. As long as those UPND cadres are free of saying anything, doing anything, I'm telling you, I want to be convinced that the president is for the land, and what we ask from him as president, to speak peace. He's the father. Moreover, he condemned what is happening now when he was in opposition.
Yeah.
Number, why can we continue to be hearing the same things? Awe. Police, apali posenga ulenda nomba tulino mwenso. Because yesterday it was Munia Zulu, today it's Nawakwi, tomorrow it could be Tayali.
Mabonga, Brebna
Changala. Like you are.
Sorry, sir. Let me allow others.
And it's real. Our Sambila son because they don't speak.
Yeah. No,
if you had people like you, nangu twali bali ko funa baba litenya abaparanga batayali ukulanda. If you should not say fresh speaker pale no sanga tafia ba.
Na Dr. Hassan.
Thank you Kateka. Thank you.
Thank you for your contribution. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Batayali Mnishan.
Buna FM kwa.
Muchiri live.
Quiet to live. We are live and you're live.
Okay, thank you so much. Nachirafu kulanda pali abo batata abo shishivenga ni bashukuru abo batituma bwatu bamusonda. Abo batalanda ti yo munia zuru ipora ndile kali sensitive ntani. Nomba ilifilanda bonse ababalanda. Yenaka kya sensitive kana ifilanda bambi. Mwalishi wa ilingi ni twila kita mumbali. Ifintu ngata vili wino, notu kukava bamwati. Mwakaze, mamwoneke wino, yo, ubachisa na waipango kwa bati yo, bali pakati. Nawe minga pakati, tabali poku ba one side. Nombo konga na mila ndile ya watachira parati bali pakati. Bati mfwe koko bati niwa praising, bati. Tuwa papa tasana, file shitika kubantu wa parabena munia zulu, na bambi tafiki wino because bala abantu fo balandira okay location kisa shitike kuli bala balandira ba kusolwezi na dama shwe alandira ba ku southern province kusani ne pesa na mfema shwe alanda ba bumba maizo I don't know if it's bumba or whatever the mayor for kafiwe dama shwe balanda nani wa konka kushenga kanofia umuntu ule mfika wati neo dela Japan. I'm not Bemba myself. I'm not from any province from the north or east. But I'm from the northwestern province. No, but for the monetary system, there is too much tribalism. More tribalism on Gopo, it play Landapo. Nothing or Landa by tribalism in Shomaka, what you are saying anyway. But wherever they start practice tribalism, very many Kavama, nothing to refer to the Kana of your feeling. So, our they start promote it, but they support time about the monetary stick at Tabakana. We want peace, we want Abantu Wato Mutende, not to fret if you have in one side. Otherwise, tribalism Yanam Zambia and Kurasa.
Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello, President.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Nzishi, in a tribalism, PND, abale support UPND yakula basta protect na ngubaleta tribalism the question na chikwateo
as long as wale support
so ngate way
ngata wale support UPND then it's tribalism, then it's hate speech. But if you're supporting UPND then it's okay.
Yes, even if you use tribal language it's okay. But if you are on the other side ni shwatore funde is that the Zambia we have
yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Tayali, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah. Why is it that these Zambian people? Why are we behaving as if we're illiterate? Why is tribalism considered only on one part of the country? Whenever you try to control them, they'll call it tribalism. But whenever they're attacking other tribes, it's okay. Even the president, it's so embarrassing getting those words from him. In fact, I've seen a comment in the comment section, somebody said Lungu was a former president, Wabe Nangu, not him. Even us who say HH is the president to maybe 2 or 1 provinces, because that's how he's making it seem. If he's going to support certain people and put aside the needs of other people, meaning he's just a president for one person or for one part of the country. So we'll take it that way. Nibwino, Bambo ruling, ruling where he's able to meet people's needs, then this other side, another person should rule. He's the one who's bringing division. He shouldn't even be speaking about tribalism because he's the main cause of everything. Otherwise, thank you so much, Mr. Tayali.
Thank you. Hello?
Good morning, Mr. Tayali.
Yes, yes, good evening.
It is evening. Just want to add some few points regarding your program.
Are you able to speak out loudly so that we can hear you? We are struggling to hear you.
Oh, okay. You can get me.
Not quiet. It's very low. Yeah. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello, Tayali.
I'm quiet.
Chungulu. Awe na kutwa chitulande komwe.
Ikatisheni issue so that tumfwe.
Ifile chitika kuzambia tafiweme. Tulefu mwena sipa mwele fine, but chile para kwati wakateka wakusaidi kumo. Ababa di government abale pangense abale tukana abale chitefia pusana abale kusaidi kumwabu abale rekata but abali mu opposition wena ebale ikatwa munia banda nia zulu na ba idis na waku they reacted konka nofo ba ulfile na bena ubukali wale pitamo jeje banda then nefi ale tukana bali abantu tukana na ba former president nokubatinya bena this is why they reacted. So why badebe katanisha bale katira na bale tukana bale ku southern province bale ku northwestern province so wade tukana bakateka ba former president balanda kisa bingali abola tamsiro kubolera ku mutu akateka bene ebale tungirira abantu babukati bale tukana bakoso omukishi ero bena nabakitirisha bale kitapatwa kati mu opposition baleta behave kwati wakati wakada. This is not nice. Abantu baletu awe batali desale mitungirira ale mfano.
Thank you.
Thank you. Atotera.
I'm quiet. Hello?
President Sir.
Yes, yes.
Mwa ashuke ni mwe.
I'm quiet.
Therefore, I kuranda kuma issues ya wekachire kwa ma MPs aba madamu na wakwi nga wa president Hakainde barera ndokwe bacha akesa ikarapesa akese mukwipa ya bashanishani akese ipa ya bashanishani murefu ayakese tukwisha so nshishime kuri bena nga bari mwene ejigarungwa ari ipa y'abantu nangungani kepa ejigarungu nangwero pira fyare chika kuri ba polisi na makadazi bare sendo kuya mukuba defenda kuriya lungu ngare sangwa kukuri so ifeninga kwato kuranda kwambeni ukurande ichinga chako bati tribalism yeno uko iri techi tuchibutuke echo kozi umuntu waranda palitonga ni shaireterera ulioka lyaka kashana mwatisa chitanane kane vijapo twakira mfwa kale tukaba bemba kale takwa banangu chimwe chachi chikakulikalya ushe president Rungwe na te muntu wakuti uli akambwanga wakusorweza mbyo kuratuka ati bamutesa umuku abakuru abafili ngaba fyashi bako president bombene buye
natotera. Yeah, so really the main issue that has come out really is, hello? Yes, much better now.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. Please go ahead.
Yes, I just want to add some few points on your program.
Yes.
When you are talking about removing of HH from power in 2026, are we going to remove HH from power based on tribalism or pointing out the things that is failing? Because using tribalism is not the way to go about it, you understand?
Wait a minute. No, come on, let's reason each other. Let's listen. Therefore, I mean, we are not removing HH just because of tribalism. We are not removing HH. We are not talking about removing HH because of just tribalism. We are talking about tribalism as one of those issues. We are mainly, it is the failure of Hakainde Hichilema. That is the main issue. We want to remove HH because of his failures, not because of tribalism. So that narrative you want to champion on this program, I refuse. We are not removing HH because of tribalism. We are removing HH because of failure. My brother, sorry for keeping you waiting. Go ahead. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Mr. Tayali, the first thing I want to do is to apologize for how the previous score I made on this program ended. Trying to emphasize that I am also a Zambian, not that I'm not a Zambian. So I'll proceed and make my comment on today's subject.
Yes.
When politicians are speaking and they say Zambians, usually one would think that the entire country is affected. Today the president was saying he is protecting the country. But then from your program here, it is clear that some parts of the country are not happy with him, meaning
yes,
he is only referring to the people that are happy with what he is saying, mainly the UPND and their supporters. The same is true for opposition leaders.
Yes.
When they say the country is complaining,
yes,
they are talking about the people that support them vehemently and against all odds.
Exactly.
So, yes, am I audible?
Yes, very clear, my brother. Go ahead.
Yes. So what I'm saying is, I think for us to reach a point where we are going to build a united Zambia, we need to rise above this thinking that simply because someone does not agree with us,
then
they are less
everybody
Zambian
else,
and why we are more Zambian.
Yes.
This is what made, yes. So this is what made the PF lose power, because when Zambians were saying the prices of food are going up, they were saying the opposition is declining. The same we are seeing it under UPND. To reach a point where we are going to work together as a country, even to defeat this issue of tribalism, we need to realize that
this guy is making
if we reach at that point,
this guy is making very good points.
Yes.
Please come again. The phone was breaking. I like the way you're reasoning. That's good reasoning. Please go ahead.
Yes, so I was trying to say that for us to reach a point where we are going to defeat tribalism and all these political evils that we are facing, we need to reach a point where we understand that a Bemba is as Zambian as a Tonga is.
Yes.
The same is true for a Rose, who is as Zambian as is an Eastern, and so is the case with every other tribe.
Yes.
And therefore, in making any form of decisions, any form of comments, we need to realize that we are speaking like a hand is speaking to the head belonging to the same body. And therefore, attacking the other is as good as attacking yourself. So I think these are issues that we, both people in the opposition and ruling party, have to consider in a more sincere and truthful manner. And unfortunately, the willingness has not been demonstrated on both ends. For me, as a young Zambian who wishes to see a united nation, unfortunately, until we reach that point of political maturity, it is unlikely that we will be as united as we want to be. Thank you, Mr. Tayali.
Thank you very much, my brother. You have made, I think this contribution is, thank you very much. It's very objective, and I agree with you 150%. Thank you. Yeah. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
I'm quiet.
Okay, nataka respond kuja kwa chila kushati bushe nani kane tribalism yote ingamfumisha hapo fyo muntu huyu. Yes, even just tribalism alone is enough because genocide yamdesha in Quran. Does he know what genocide is? Does he know ali kukonkelea shikuranda na mali zote fo yaba kufika pano po kwa bakuja? Ali bali ya angala, they shouldn't take things for granted. Tribalism alone is enough for us to vote him out.
Yeah. But unfortunately for him, it's not only tribalism, you know, even the other side is failing big time.
The failing, so tribalism tayapange sense. So nende foko bati nangoenda bombe 20 billion points. Tribalism ngepo ilina yena. Very valid. So
yeah. No. Thank you very much, my sister. Thank you. I think we have had a good time. Let me end here. I think a number of issues have come out, but really just like wrapping it up, the issue that we are really talking about is the heavy-handedness, you know, the heavy-handedness from the president. The president thinks that he can rule Zambia with an iron fist. He can control, you know, everybody, you know, like children. But he's forgetting that Zambia is made out of 20 million people and 60% of those people are adults. 60% of those people are adults. Because even young people, you know, those who are 21, they are also adults. You can't rule people with an iron fist and think that you are going to succeed. So that attitude of the president is very, very wrong. And he must realize that people are reacting to the way he's ruling. The way he's ruling, by the fact that there is tension in the country, by the fact that he's complaining, even himself is complaining, it is evidence enough that he himself is not ruling properly. Because if he was ruling properly, a person who won with a landslide victory, it would have been very easy for him even now to be enjoying popularity. By the fact that there are so many people that are complaining, it is evidence that he is not ruling properly. Because he's a man that is a popular president. He is a popular president. As a popular president, it means you are 10 steps ahead because you have got the support of the majority Zambians. But within this short time, you find that a lot of people, those who voted for you, they're saying, I voted for him. I no longer want him. Elections are too far. 2024, 2026 is too far. Can we have elections now? But Hakainde Hichilema, I can tell you that it should be evidence for you that you have failed. And then you also have to realize that some of the things that you have said are the ones that people are reacting to. Some of the things that your cadres have said are the things that the others are reacting to. And whilst you have been feigning or proposing violence, and your cadres have been proposing violence, there is no one, the police, who are supposed to react, who are supposed to enforce the law. If you have committed, if you have transgressed on the law, they have not touched the UPND. They have not touched anyone in the ruling party. We have Brucey Mwinde, we have Trevor, Trevor Mwinde, whatever. And then we have those cadres from Southern Province. We have those cadres from Western Province. We have Bamilupi himself. We have this Waniso himself. We have a number of people from the ruling side who have said things that could have caught the attention of the police by the standard of the UPND. And these people, none of them has been touched. But when you look at the other side, those who have reacted, these are the people that we are seeing being picked. Today as we speak, people that reacted as a result of JJ's abduction, Brebna Changala, Munia Zulu, Edith Nawakwi, Stella Mabunga. Is it Stella Mabunga? They are inside. They have been arrested. They have been arrested. But the people that started, the people that proposed violence, which was actually actualized because JJ was actually abducted. So it was actualized. They are still there. And we know that some people want to arrest some more people. What is happening now, those who are in the ruling party, they can freely walk into a police station and report a matter. And the moment they report, whatever they report, the police are acting. Whatever they report, the police are acting. But those on the other side, when they report anything, they are not acting. And the president today is standing up to say, I mean, we will sort you out. We will not spare you. Who is he talking about? He's talking about those on the other side, because it is clear. He's not talking about his cadres. No, his cadres are safe. But that is wrong already. That is wrong. That is not leadership. That is not leadership. So, and from the expressions of many of you who have called here, have actually testified that tribalism is there. Some of them have experiences at work. Some of them have experienced it, when they went to access services. Some of them have experienced it when they are looking for employment. We politicians, we are seeing it in the appointments. Look at the key ministries. Look at the people that are, many people who are in senior government positions. Where are they coming from? Look at the parastatal. Look at the parastatal. Who are in the parastatal? Who is running the parastatals? So this tribalism is there. And the president cannot just threaten us. He needs to address it properly. I think that is the message that has come out today. And I thank you that many of you have spoken about this issue. And we hope that we can see some change. Because why we speak here, it is not just to malign the government. It is not to sabotage the government. We speak here so that we can see something positive. And of course, if it doesn't work out, then what do we do? If we have spoken, and the president doesn't want to hear, the government doesn't want to hear, what do we do? Hakainde Hichilema himself said it. If the government does not change the lives of Zambians, the lives of the people, change the government. That's what Hakainde Hichilema said. So in this, same thing applies. If Hakainde Hichilema cannot do better, he just has to go. And really, he has failed. And therefore, that's why for me today I say, our national agenda is to make sure that Hakainde Hichilema is gone. Because our country, things are just getting worse by the day. Instead of Hakainde Hichilema listening, he doesn't listen. He keeps doing the wrong things. So, we have no choice. We have no choice but to call for his, removal. And that is not a crime. That is not a crime that you should be putting Tayali on international red alert. He should be arrested. Wherever you see him, he should be arrested. No. No. I'm a politician. I'm a politician. I am supposed to speak on national matters. Thank you very much for all of you that keep following me, for the support that you give. I am very glad. TikTok is doing very well. Currently we are at 7.8. I mean, these are high numbers. I am grateful that you tune in to listen to the program. Tomorrow I'll come again. We need to continue looking at the issues of JJ, the updates. The police have told us that they are going to get those people who arrested JJ. We want to see that. We want to know who abducted JJ. That is the core on your policy. That is a call on your police. Don't just go arresting Nawakwi, arresting Stella Mabonga, Munia Zulu, Bremna Changala. Don't just go for that. Give us results on JJ. We want to know who abducted JJ. We want to get to the bottom of this. So thank you very much. Tomorrow I will come again, and like I've said, we will keep on following on some of these issues. If there are issues that you want me to address, you can always text me. Text me the issues. You can send a message on TikTok. I do check the messages. On WhatsApp, I check the messages. On Facebook, I check the messages. I read your messages and I respond to sensible text messages. If you see that I don't respond, just know that I mean there is nothing that you are informing me. Don't text me to say how are you, whatever. I mean, if I'm sick, I will tell you. Text me to give me something that you want me to address. I will address it. But whatever you give me the evidence. I don't just bring things here to malign people. I bring things here to make sure that we contribute. So evidence of what you're talking about is very important. We don't want to malign people. We don't want to scandalize people, to defame people, to sabotage our government. That is not our intention. We want to make our country better. Thank you very much. May God bless you. May God bless Zambia. I'm out.